All right, good evening, everybody. I'm here with Missy Jenn. She's still bubbly about today's treasure hauls. And I have to tell you, being raised in Germany, you really never saw some of these coins before. These were out of existence long before I was born. And, you know, for a couple of these. So, kind of an exciting day for you today.
Yeah, very exciting.
What do you think of metal detecting?
Metal detecting is actually something I always had on my bucket list. And it's even more fun than I had anticipated.
What's the thing that, what was the thing that surprised you most about? Did you think it would be more technical in nature when you did it, or do you think it, what's the biggest surprise you had today when we were
Well, I'm surprised on how you can adjust the metal detector to various different search technique. Like you can search for coins only, you can search for coins and jewelry.
Yeah, you have a lot of adjustments. You can just search for big coins. Like when I was leaving this afternoon, I wanted to run over to the place where we had lunch today. So I set it on high discrimination. So all it was finding was dimes and quarters, as you'll see if you check out the Rosie Murphy channel today. But Jen picked it up quickly. It's not that difficult to metal detect, and but the good metal detectors will take off all discrimination. They will dig all those signals. Well, when we're going to talk about a coin that we dug today, we had a hard time digging it, and we're going to talk about it more in a minute. This Standing Liberty quarter from 1930, and that thing was registering all over the map, right? It was a 4, it was a nail, it was a piece of schmutz, it was, you know, that's why you can never really trust those things. So the real good detectors, they turn that crap off, and every time they get a tone, no matter what, whether it's foil, a pull tab, they're just digging it. They might leave with a pocket full of trash, but they might leave with something good. So you're ready to go again. You were excited.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
You know. So what was the most exciting thing today for you? Your first silver find?
The first silver find. And in general, it's just very fulfilling that when you go out there and you start digging, you know, that anticipation, what are you going to find? You know, are you going to find a rusty nail? Like we found a rusty screw, and then we checked on that side again, and then we found another coin actually right underneath. So
yeah, that screw was sending up a lousy signal that was masking a real good signal. So if a not too experienced metal detector just pulled that screw and said to hell with it and didn't research that spot, sweep it again, they would have never known it was down there, and they would have passed over it the first time. So you did good today.
That was really exciting, and it's just exciting in general when you go over the ground how many signals you can get, and
it's just loaded. And we were at a spot that was crazy to begin with. I told you yesterday that spot was naughty, noisy, trafficy, kind of scary, and there's a lot of goofy people around, the Chesters hanging around, and all that stuff. Chester. I wasn't exaggerating yesterday, was I?
Chester was like, you want some of this?
All right, well, let's go through order here, because the first thing you really started out, we pulled out, I think, this weird piece of hardware over here that we, you know, something off of, looked like a door thing or a catch or something.
Yeah,
but then you were on your very next, and I'll pull this over, on your very next thing, you detected this dime, and this turned out to be what, a 1956, 1956, looks like a D or an S on the back. Dime, it's worth its melt value, but for you, it's priceless because it's the first piece of silver that you ever pulled up.
Can't put a tag on that.
Can't put a tag on that. And then we're digging around. I think we got the odd few pennies, and you can see how chewed up these modern zinc monstrosities. You might as well just throw them away, because if they hit the ground, they're a mess. They're never going to be good. But we got a few of them And then we kind of came on to the main event today, that Standing Liberty Quarter. And what's your recollection about that? This turned out to be a 1930s, which is a pretty good date. If you were to melt it, coin shop would give you $2.83 for it, but to a coin collector, it's worth about $8 to $10. So it's a nice date. It's still got a lot of detail. The date's readable. So what was kind of exciting when you'd never seen that coin before, had you?
Never seen one.
Never seen one. In the back of it, it struck you that it had the eagle on the back of it.
Eagle there. So
yeah, that was kind of a short-lived series because the problem with the coin is probably one of the most beautiful designs ever executed. But the problem with it was that the date wore off too rapidly. There, it was too high on the front, so after a while the date would just disappear. So, you know, and the shield detail would wear down and all that. So, really good find. And then we found a coin I have not seen in probably 25 years. And why don't you hold that one up? That's what's called a Susan B. Anthony dollar. And this was when, I think from the 70s maybe. What's the date on that, honey, on the other side there? 79.
79.
This was when the government first started to try to inflict the dollar coins on us again after a long period of not having a dollar coin. And it's not the most becoming sort of coin in the world with a Susan B. Anthony. It looks like a kind of, well, a raggedy old woman on there. And it was not very popular. It does have the lunar landing on the back of it, the Apollo symbol for the eagle landing on the moon. But it's kind of a rare piece. You don't see a lot of them anymore. So I thought it was quite exciting that you dug that out. And then the last good piece that you got you pulled out a wheat cent too. And we haven't cleaned it up a lot here, but it's a 1958 D. I just cleaned it enough to, and what's significant about that, that's my birth year. So that's, that makes that kind of funny too. So, and then you got those cents. You got a couple common nickels too. And whenever you're digging nickels, I always say you're doing great metal detecting because you're digging almost every signal, because nickels are close to what? Foil and crappy metal. Yeah. So when you're digging them, you're really doing some good metal detecting. So wrap it up. What do you think?
I enjoy that, and I think any signal should be researched. So what do I think? I think
you're ready to go again.
I'm ready to go again. It was fun.
And it was just the right amount of time for you, about 3 hours or so, and that was it.
Right. So yeah,
and I was able to go out in the afternoon. So good job.
It's also very relaxing too.
Missy Jenn, yeah, except when you're in that traffic triangle. Missy Jenn breaks her silver cherry today. How exciting. First time metal detecting. Must be a good teacher.
Yes, you taught me well.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.